Okay, we're live. And there is a problem with the stream. Great. Stream health. Okay, viewers may be experiencing minor issues. Why? YouTube, I'm at a very high kilobytes per second here on cable. What's problem? Anyway, welcome to Amber Skies. We're live, we are live, barely alive. So, is there anything I can do here? Well, doesn't seem like it. We'll get the chat up. What's this rubbish? No, come on. Done, okay. Pop out chat. There it is, we've got it. Fantastic. And I've got a rubbish live stream. Great. Well, here goes then. We'll deal with the rubbish as we go. And there's that. Welcome to live chat. Hey. Hi as all. Let's not overheat. Let's have fun. Welcome to my blue screen. It's lovely, isn't it? Isn't it lovely? Don't you think that's lovely? I've got a nice little blue screen there. This is my Linux blue screen of beauty, not my Windows. But everything that I do on here works on Windows anyway, so we don't mind, do we, having this? Let's put up what I was up to last time. The intro was on Saturday. Went quite well. I didn't have... Oh, we've gone green at long last. Hello, whoever is watching out there. Thank you. I think you've just got me green status on YouTube. I'm thinking about that anyway. So what were we doing? We were looking at how to develop C++. But it's up to you. I don't have to use C++. I'll use any language you want. I'll use Chinese even. But I'm not very good at Chinese. I might make a bit of a mess of that language. Anyway. As you can see, I've been busy since Saturday. If you did see me Saturday stream, I was talking about how we should note everything. And as you can see, I've been noting things. So now I know what IO stream is. It's the input-output stream. The vectors are dynamically sized arrays. Strings are sequences of characters. Fstream is a file streaming input-output library. An algorithm, the one I actually didn't know myself, is algorithmic operations for containers and sequences. Vectors are containers, strings are sequences. So that gives us things like scanf and sprintf. Things like that. Gives us weird things which we can do on our other things. And things do things. And that's how programs work. Here we go. Module 1's in use. We were looking at namespace model and the read text file, as you can see. Because I've been refashioning the way I do things and writing down the screen instead of across the screen, all of the information about what I'm doing fits nicely on the screen. Isn't that cool? Isn't that really cool? And as you look down, like else something has gone wrong. Yeah, send a message to the error console. No point in continuing as we can't read the data needed. But it tells me how things are happening, and that's more important. So let's have a look at split. I think we got as far as split, roughly anyway. Oh, wait a minute, let me just put that on the screen for you in case you need to copy anything. There you go, read text file. That's nearly start to end, isn't it? Can I just get one more up? Maybe? Ooh, gosh. Yeah, that's literally start to end, isn't it? It's that brace to that brace there. There you go. So that's how you read text files. In this case, we are reading shader programs, I believe. And what we do is we store them somewhere. There we go. Gtext file, pushback. Add one line at a time to the back of the queue or bottom of the list. It's got a G in front of it because it's global, which means it's here somewhere, out here in before all the braces and stuff, which means it will last the entire program rather than just the function. Any function can access a global. Bad idea, people say. Nah, they're just handy. It's just a handy way to do it, that's all. Oh, I like the pop-out, even if it does say YouTube con -Microsoft Edge. Oh, my ears are hurting. There we go, that's better. So that's my read text file. I'll let you deal with that in your own time. I'm moving on. So, moving on, we have split a given string by the search character and store the results at the given address. Where I say given, I mean it is given to the function. So the text line is given, or well, the address of text line is given to the function, and the address where we want to store the split down text line is also given to the function. So we don't need to return them. Those addresses are known by the sender, no need to return. So it's a way of acting on multiple pieces of information within a function that can be used by the requesting program. So instead of just, because you can only return one thing, and if we look down at our return, we have return number of splits +1 stored. And it's +1 to catch the end of line character. There you go. So that's down at the bottom. There we go. So let's go up a bit. These are the variables that we will be using, which is initial position, split store, which we empty to make sure it's got nothing in it. Why have I used size t's? Because we are using vectors which are size t's, or unsigned ints, really. You could say unsigned int here, and it would still work quite fine. Okay, gives position the next found search character. That's the position, the text line find, and that's the search character we're using. And there we go, checks for the end of our text line. Add to the end of the vector split store, copies apart the line, copies from this position, copies to this calculated position. So we go from the initial position so many bytes forward to this number here. So that is copies to this many bytes ahead. That's a better way of putting it rather than what I put, I think. Makes more sense. The search character is not copied to any of the resulting split stores. I worked out subsequently that it's not anything to do with the initial position +1. It's due to copies to this maybe bytes ahead. So you would have to +1 on here if you wanted to include the search character. It's just a note. as we catch the end of line character here, we just add 1. So if you want the search character storing as well, you have to add +1 there on that line, not take the +1 off that line. Okay, as long as you're aware of that logic, then we can continue. The position is then stored. Oh, sorry, no. The next position is then found, and we continue around the while loop. If we hit the end of line, though, it drops out, and it drops out with still a start position somewhere inside or at the beginning of the line. So we have to do an extra pushback. Copies the part of the line that has not, that has now been identified. So it's a substring we have to do at the end, just like we do here. But it's initial position, and we want the minimum position. Gives a minimum value between position and. So whatever the position and that is. Yeah. It's wonderful. It's a wonderful way of not doing things sensibly. I don't like that, actually. I should really look at that better and figure a different way out of doing things. If you can think of any way of altering that so it's simpler, then please let me know. There's an open chat here if you want to type it in. Oh yeah, didn't mention, Patreon's now got Discord. Look, I've got it here somewhere. Look, we've got a private chatty chat thingy, and it's got Patreon as well now hooked in to the chat. I don't know if it works. Nobody's tried it, I don't think. Just pop that at the back there, that's the other chat. But that comes through straight to my headphones. I'll just check if it does or not. Doesn't seem to. User settings. Voice and video. Oh, it's on default, that's why. There we go. That's better. No, it doesn't seem to be giving me what I expected, but never mind. So if that works, it works. If it doesn't, I don't know. Anyway, back on here. That's the splitting. Dump. Badly named. Send the data stored at the given vector address to the address. Take that word out. To print to outstream given at printout address, usually cout or cerr or whatever your standard stream output stream you've got. That uses this IO stream thingy up here. So that's the input output streaming thingy. Standard console bits and pieces, error consoles and stuff like that. So that's easy. So all it is basically send the contents to the outstream. Add a space. End the line, carriage return, a new line. There we go. That's all it does. It just chucks it straight out. Everything in the vector. Just for count 0 to however long it is. There we go. So store face. This is a model. These are all model OBJ models. I made an OBJ model in Blender, and this will read it. And when it comes to storing the face, it gets a little bit complicated. So I did a function to help me out to store an OBJ model's face values. So what this does is it requires the line to be split down, and if the line splits number equals 5, then the OBJ model has been saved out in the wrong format from Blender, and it's in quads, not triangles. We need triangles. We can only do triangles because we are using OpenGL draw element, which doesn't use quads, I found out. Draw does, draw element doesn't. Thanks, OpenGL. I didn't realise. But it caught me out. That's why I've got that note there. This is just a container for the breakdown of the data, and we're just recording whether the model has textures and or normals, or both, or whatever. These are arrays to store our numbers in so we can transfer them. Our resulting data gets stored into those so we can transfer them. That really detects if there's a texture or not. That detects if there's any normal vectors or not. And this is where we split it down by the slashes. Do I have a file to show you what I'm talking about? We are in the project, aren't we? So development, resources, OBJ. Here we go. No, not the material, the object. Open with. Open with? What? Why no open with? Oh, great. Kate will do. Come on, Kate, you can open it. It's only an OBJ. You see how it has all these slashes in here for the faces? Well, the first number is something. Well, it tells me here, doesn't it? If I look at this, can you just get it out of the way? So it's vertex slash texture slash normal. As you can see, there's no textures on this one, so it's colours only, and it's using the red colour. Then it's using the green colour, and then it's using the blue colour, imaginatively named by me in Blender, using those materials. So it records all of this. That's what it's doing. It's splitting that line down there, or one part of that line down, should I say. It'll do one part at a time. That's how it gets the 3 variables for one face. Okay, close that. And here you can see it all being put together with the 3. So you've got your slashes going across, the 3 lots of slashes, and then I'm just recording colour, texture, and normals. Note, there's no return value as the data is stored in a global variable. G face elements is given by, I haven't noted that. I should have put that in the note. So I'll copy that. Let's go back to faces and alter that note so you know where it's coming from. So it comes all the way down. Bring that note back. Variable in, and then just that. There you go. So you can find it if you need to know where that G-face element is. It's in there, and you can alter it in there. All the object data structures are in there. I think it took about three episodes to write them all out. Go and have a look, it's quite funny. Can't remember which series that was. This is the main entry point for choosing how we are going to store each line of text from the OBJ file. So we're taking a line of text out of the OBJ file, and we are checking now, and no, wait a minute, we are splitting the line down, and then we can then look at the beginning of each line to see exactly what we've got in the split. We're splitting by spaces. So that would be hash space something would be comments. That would be the material file, and then after it I just say how we're going to store it. So we store a material file like that. We store a vertex position like that, x, y, z, and w, because it does have a w value, which is a homogeneous value, by the way. If you don't know what that means, pop it up on YouTube or tell me in chat that you want me to talk about it, and I will, and I can explain it perfectly, so don't worry. I know what it is. Vertex normals are x, y, z's. Materials is just a material, so it's a string, and that increases the current colour. Keep track of the number of colours that the model actually has. This one has 3, so it will be 0, 1 and 2. Remember, we start at 0. What we got here? Check for the face data, and then we go to that store face with the split string, and that will sort all that gobbledygook out for doing the storing of the face. Check for a material name, check for diffuse colour names. That's in the material file. So there is the material file is also checked. So KD is actually in the material file that comes along with an OBJ file and is automatically saved out for you from Blender. Very nice. Check for transparency, or sometimes called the alpha value. If you saw the intro, you saw me talking about Windows transparency and alpha value, and I showed what that could do. In fact, it's still on this program, I think. I daren't run it though, because I don't know if all of this checks out yet. I'll try compile in a minute or two. Check compile errors. This is for when we're making shaders. When we compile a shader, we need to check for errors. If we don't, it's like running. It's like compiling C++. If there is an error, GDB, the program GDB, spits out errors at us and says, no, we can't compile this program because there's errors. Well, that's what this does. This is my version of that error checking that C++ does for us. So it's not actually that big when you look at it. It's just using the OpenGL get information. It's actually integer value or vector, depending on, because it's written in C, not C++, so this is C, not C++. And if we do get an error, then we go to the logs and we pull out the error itself, and we'll just put it out to the screen, output the error message to the error console. I don't know if we have an error console on here. Oh, I'm not doing that then. Doesn't matter. End program, because we don't have the required information to continue. So we'll gives a good reason why. I've just been trying to start a stream up on YouTube, and I've been using their new beta, the beautiful one. And every time I try to go live, failed, error. So I've actually had to go back to the original rubbishy live streaming on YouTube to get this stream up. That's bad. I did report it. I said, what have you done to your beta? It's broken. It took me 3 attempts on Sunday to get naval action up. That was, I was biting my lip. I was not impressed. Right, so what does this do? Load shader. This loads or reads. I don't like the word load. I prefer reads the data for the shader program, and it's going to be placed on the graphics card, because it's a graphics card program. It's not doesn't go in main memory, doesn't go in the computer's memory. It goes on your graphics card. Yeah, you can run programs on your graphics cards. This is ace. So this loads the shader. Blah 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 blah. File open. So as you can see, I'm doing this separate. Why didn't I use that text stream? I wonder. I think I was using that load text stream differently. So I think I just wrote this because I could. That's sometimes at the end line. I'll write a function because it's there to write, not because it's needed. It might not be. So that needs comparing, really, against... I'll need a bigger screen to do the comparisons, though. Even though I've actually written down. Should be able to do it on this screen. It's right at the top, isn't it? It's the first one I did. There we go. Read text file. So what have we got here? File, open file path. File path. In buffer is open. Yeah. Temp buffer. Getting the line by line. Getting line by line. File line. While file is good. While in buffer dot end of file. I shouldn't have used that there. Just realised what that means. But it's working. Hold on a minute. That can catch Linux out. Because Linux, even though a file has got content, can give an end of file at the beginning of the file. It can give you an end of file marker in the wrong place. Which is why I use file.good. Interesting. So what is it? Good. There it is. So I'll change it. See, this is one of the weird things. And it's not anymore. It's while in buffer is good. Yeah. So you can see that it's open, while. The only difference between the two is that I've got a temporary buffer in that one, not this one. Else error. And that just drops out. So this part of the program here could be replaced with a call to that. I've got a plus n, no output append, because it's needed. Is it needed here? Not really. Does it matter here? Yeah. Because each line of an OBJ file must end in \n anyway. So that wouldn't work. Because it's got that output append in it. That's the problem there. That's why I wrote a different one. Okay. No, not more. Quick, get me out of all this mess. Help! I'm duplicating, I'm multiplying. Bit of Saturday Night Fever coming over me. So, we are going to leave that alone, load the shader in the normal way. You can see how things start repeating, but we've got this extra output append here because we need a new line marker at the end. Else, unable to load, quit program, return the output. So we're returning text, the text file, to whoever asked for it as a standard string. Just be a text file as a standard string. Yeah, that's fine with /ends. So it'd just be one long line with /ends. Yeah. Create and compile a single shader. Da-da! How hard is it to do? In Qt, it's one line. In C++, it's all of this. But this has got more control than Qt. Which, is it needed? No, because this is really the only way you can do it. What you're doing is you're transferring the shader. Where did I put the load shader? Somewhere else, probably. Which is in text. That gives us the shader type, which is an enumeration, an OpenGL enumeration type. It has lots of them, like GL faults and blah blah blah. It'll have GL vertex shader and GL fragment shader as enums, so that's what goes in there. Shader type is that, yeah, the enum. Yeah, okay, lovely. Check if the graphics card has registered the shader ID. Yes, the graphics card. Yeah, not OpenGL, the graphics card. OpenGL is the interpreter for the graphics card. If it hasn't, then it's an error. We can't continue because the graphics card ain't working. Storage for the shader text, keep track of the amount of data, and what we're just going to do is define to the graphics card what the source is, then tell the graphics card to compile it, and then check with the graphics card if any errors happened. And of course, we've got that all sorted. So yeah, that's ours, by the way. We wrote that. And then we just return the shader. All went well. We only need the shader ID. The rest of it, delete. There, delete. Can be deleted. So there we are, main. Oh, we haven't got anything yet, have we? Does this, well, compile? We're in module 9. Terminal. Run a builder task for module 9, please. Yeah. No problem. All compiles. So the coding itself is correct. I'm amazed. Should we write a program then to use it? I was going to be doing I'm GUI, wasn't I? But anyway, what I was talking about with that transparency thing, don't know if I've still got it running here. Yeah, this window is transparent, as you can see. You can see the different colouring, because I put a bit of colouring on this, just to make sure that I can see that it is. Also tells me that I'm using OpenGL version 4.5, even though I haven't got a graphics card. But I've still got OpenGL 4.5. This is what annoys me about Windows and drivers, but that's a different rant. Also, if you've got a clear window, you can do graphical user interface on top of it, well, on it. So you can press buttons on here, and of course nothing below will be affected. Look, that's the stop button, nothing affected. I'm clicking inside of a clear window. Very clever idea. It's just an idea that I'm going to play with. Can't click anything on the window, you see, you can't close it. Clever idea? Not sure. Not sure yet, but we'll press any continue. It closes down, exited with code 0 means that's a good close. I'm happy. So let's get back to the program and carry you lot. Terminal. Okay, you're alright. Thank you. And as you can see, because of the way that I've been going down, all of the text reads down the right hand side and all the computer programming code reads down the left hand side, and it's a lot easier to find mistakes, find loopholes in your code where you thought it through properly, which I just did when I compared to. I thought it through properly, and I hadn't. You see? There's no way you can be perfect. All you've got to do is be generally right about something, and the program will work. Absolutely work. There shouldn't be any bugs. There shouldn't be any silly things unless somebody's programmed OpenGL badly or one of the standard libraries falls over. Your program, whatever you write as a program, as long as you're following the rules for the libraries and the libraries that you create yourself, then no problem. There ain't no bugs, no such thing. Get rid of it. Get it out of your vocabulary very quickly and stop making them. Just program things correctly. Damn sight easier. Right, I want to stop doing that window for a bit. So let's just clean this up. No, I don't. I want to keep that window. That's right. I wanted to test it out. I wanted to see whether I could draw that box to it. I've got a box in my resources. Resources doesn't show on here because it's not part of the development workspace. I can't really save this out as a positive, can I? Yeah, of course I can. Thinking Club #1. So if you want the code from Thinking Club #1, just ask for it, email me, let me know, or just say in chat. Just give me your email address, I'll chuck it over to you. I'll do it live on stream if you want. I'll send it you live here now. What is this now? It's just functions for .obj file loader. Yeah, I mean, they're not hard functions. All these functions, by the way, are going into module 1. I've already decided. I was going to ask you permission for it, but they're well documented. They all work, and it'll give me a choice then on coloured, because module 1 at the moment can only do textured. Can't do a colour. Can't load a coloured model. Can only do a textured model. And I want colours as well. I've got a fantastic little drawing I want to make, and it's a good one, so you'll see. I'll probably do it live on stream, or at least attempt to in Blender. That will be a laugh. You're going to find out how useless I am. And there's a tick box there. I'll set this onto automatic now, so I don't need to keep hitting that plus, so all I do is hit the tick now. Came up with a thing, do you want this to be automatic? And I said yes, and it's done it. It's all automatic now. So I can't cock it up anymore. How bad am I? Oh, Blades, you really are one of a kind. I know. Ah, dear. So as you can see, I am programming now properly in a slightly different style. And if you do want the code and you get the code, you'll now know what it does. You won't just be guessing and looking at my videos thinking, ooh, is that what he meant, or is that what he meant? Yeah, right. Okay. So I've got this window. There's a viewport. I don't know if I'm going to be using that. It's for the while loop. Okay, what do we need? We'll need a bit of space there, I think. Give me a bit of space there, thank you. Oh, I don't need that, do I? I actually dragged over this, didn't I? Yeah, I remember now. I dragged over a dev1 that I had off one of my playlists. Ooh, what do we got? Dev1 CPP. It's got a few extra functions in for Visual Studio, which is fantastic. Let me just show you this. This bit here. It's all Visual Studio. That is pure Visual Studio, that. Visual Studio only. To there. And stops there. Alright, I'll keep that on screen a sec for you. And I'll tell you what it does. What you do is you take your OpenGL call. I'll actually... wait a minute. Thanks to the Cherno project on YouTube. He is good. He deserves a mention on that one if you're going to use it. So, there we go. He came up with this, and I just had a look at it and thought, what a good idea. So what you do is you take any OpenGL command that you make, like all of these GL commands here, and you put, is it GL call? Whatever it is, GL call. Yeah. That. So I can't do it on here because it's going to give me red squigglies, but hey ho. Let's get some OpenGL, please. Here we go, there's tons of it here. So all of these GL calls here would start like that, then open bracket, and a close bracket at the end there, like that. Now I can't do it, although it's allowing me at the moment. It's going to go red squiggly sometime, because it's Visual Studio only. There it goes. But that will check if any errors happen during that call. And you can do it for every single one, because OpenGL is famous for not being very helpful. And it isn't. It doesn't really tell you much if it goes wrong. It just blanks a screen, garbles a screen, or does something weird. That piece of code will help you pinpoint bad OpenGL calls, which GL gen vertex arrays is there, so I can't use it. Damn shame. I've still got it down here. Okay, thanks. It's just getting rid of that. What was I going to do? Main, please. Main, here we go. I don't know if that pathing will work. Well, there's only one way to find out, isn't there? Part 2 is convert data to OpenGL format. Okay, yeah, I remember that. That was fun. I'm going to go through that. Need 3 positions to make a triangle. Yep. Part 3, delete. Use model global variables and vectors from storage, because that's a waste of memory if we don't delete them. And it'll also give complicated results if we decide to load up a second model, wouldn't it? Or a third model, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 10th, 100th. Create an OpenGL window and context. Here we go, part 4. So that's part 4. So I can copy up to there. I've got that if it is running thing still annoying me. Well, we'll keep it for now. I'll do. Right, so create an OpenGL window and context is what I've got here. Window, printf version, window background. Good. What did you want? Window, window background. Create the shaders and add GFX card, GLSL. Okay, let's copy from there, part 5. Part 6, transfer data to the GFX card. Yep. That's OpenGL stuff. Part 7, rendering the object. So that's your materials, rotations, and God knows what. That's that GL string version, so that copies. to, I've got that geostring version there. Okay, let's pop this here. So we'll take that lot. And while window.close is not closed. Yeah, I thought you were going to say that. What have we said? While is running, and is running equals not window.close. So I've just done it a different way, haven't I? That's fine. So we've got the while loop. Yeah, I think we'll do that at this point. So window, clear screen, do stuff. That's that line. Up to the window update is do stuff. I always like it when I leave myself a reminder. There we go, that'll do stuff. Then we've got the window update, and then I'm just doing a couple of rotations so there's some movement on screen instead of it just being a static object. There's nothing clever in it. So we'll do that as well. So after the window update is, yeah, we'll do it in there. We'll just do it between these two. There. So it's just a rotation. One around the x-axis, one around the y-axis. So that looks good. And this here is deletes, which go, program is now shut down, so it goes before that. There. We have to do the deletes. Clear your memory. That's your graphics card memory, not your computer's memory. C++ will not delete anything on your graphics card. We have to do it as programmers. Something you have to remember. There we go. That's all our deletes. Okay, no red markers. Without spaces, total number of lines 333. Well, I'm redoing it all with notation, so this is going to go to well over 1,000 lines of text. You can go now. Thank you. Don't save, I don't want to change anything. There we go. So we've got the whole program. Control S. Yeah, got the whole program. Main file added. Oh, I need to lean forward when I'm doing this part. So this is... what did I just put? Yeah, module 9, please. Think club hash 1. Okay. Come on. Main function created for 3D box, which is not quite true yet. I haven't finished it. No, it won't work. Can't put it in yet. Won't work. Okay. Okie dokies. Get back to programming, Blades. And stop trying to save out things that are wrong. So, where is the program? Program ends up in exec. The working directory is not specified in there. Current working directory is in development. So I'm going to have to go up to the workspace folder, out and into resources. So that's // and across. Yeah, okay. Let's go and find our bits and pieces. There's a lot of program in there. I mean, it's just one straight program. There's no classes or anything like that. I didn't even attempt to do classes and things like that. So here we go. That's going to be dot dot slash dot dot slash. And that's going to be dot dot slash dot dot slash. Okay. I think I can keep that. Doesn't matter. There we go. So that's the start of a program. I'm going to see if it compiles actually. Control S. Can we get module 9? A compilation. Run build task. Module 9. Yes, we can. What kind of mess are we going to make if we try and run it? Unable to load shader. Resource shader basic vert. There you go. Missing the dot dot dash dot dot dash. So it didn't crash out on our loading the text files. So I think I've got it right. Loading the shaders. Where's that? Oh, just spacebar, isn't it? So I'm looking for a text. So it'll be green. Development. Basic. Here we go. Load shader. Dot dot slash dot dot slash. Resource shader. Dot dot slash dot dot slash. Link program. Blah 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 blah. Okay. Let's try running that as a build task on 9. Wow, 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 it's working. I can actually shut that. Don't need it open. Oh, it does it anyway. There we go. What we now have is something I can't get hold of. A window that I can't get hold of, but you can see that it's transparent. Wonder why I can't get hold of it. OpenGL Windows. I can get hold of that. That's why. I was trying to get hold of that one there. There you go. A spinning box on a clear screen. What happens if I hover my mouse over it and I use it as a button and click on it? I can have text on there, couldn't I? I can make it any size I want by using scaling or distance. But on distance I've got a problem because this is a 3D screen. So as you go, if I click my mouse down bottom right, the line that I will shoot out will go towards the center. So I really should try this in an orthographic view. Which would then, when I click, go straight into the screen and not go into the diagonals. I'm not sure how that would work. But if you have it close enough to the window anyway, it doesn't matter. Because you're only checking this, well, you're actually checking the screen behind. This will be on the screen behind. But I think that is amazing. And it's working. Just like that. A couple of clicks and we're done. So what I'm going to do is show you through this program. It's C++ and, oh, I've got a drink, so we're alright. Fantastic. The Qt version was actually quite interesting. But I wrote this in C++ just as a proof of concept for the Qt version, so I knew what I was doing. So it's just one basic long list of commands. It's not functions, it's not classes or anything like that. It's just me splattering down the code for later, which is now, when this code is actually going to be developed. I'm really liking that, and it comes out properly. Program is now shut down. So I know it's gone through that line at the bottom. Why does it do that? So program is now shut down. I know it's got to that line, so I know all of that has happened. I know my graphics card is safe. That is absolutely fantastic. Look at the mess here, though. It works, so let's just pop that back up again. Module 99999 git, and it's thinking club #1 spinning 3D cube on a C through background. That's the code for it. No, that'll do. Full stop. Magic. Done. That's how I work. This is exactly how I work every day of my life when I'm working on computer programs. You are now seeing it live. I'll check that something works, and then I will start breaking it down into this kind of format rather than this mess here. Lovely. Lovely, lovely, lovely. So I've got a lot to do. I've got a lot of work to do. Where are we? Main. Count through each, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. I'm GUI. We haven't even got to the I'm GUI bit, have we? Not adding it until this lot's right. Because now what I want to do is get these functions into module 1, because I know they're working. I can see that. I've just done it. And I want to keep this working whilst I transfer those over. So this has to work during the transfer and as a proof of concept. But also, there's quite a lot in here, like these parts, which I might want to keep. I'm not sure if I do or not. I'll think on that. Let's have a look at I'm GUI. We're on a roll. We got something right. Ah, blessed. I'm GUI. Where's I'm GUI? I'm GUI is online. Let's find it. Let's grab ourselves a quick Firefox. Ooh. Oh, look, our live stream has still got green health. So I don't know what it was complaining about. So I'm GUI. IMGUI. GitHub, I'm GUI, dear I'm GUI. That's how you find it. It's dear I'm GUI. And this is where it is. It's GitHub, clone or download. And there it is. Just clone it, download it. I'm using GLFW. So I've only copied over on files the GLFW stuff. So just put that to one side. There we are. And it's in module 1, Amber SL. No. Close. Again, source. Can't click. I keep me twitching's annoying me. Right, where am I up to now? Ah, here we go. Module 9 to show you and show you for a second. So here I've got dear I'm GUI, and I've copied over imconfig, demo CPP, draw CPP, impl GLFW, impl GLFWH, impl OpenGL 3. Yeah, I'm using 3.3 as my basis for everything, so I'm using 3. Although I've got 4.5 available. No TV, I do not wish you to shut down. Thank you. Using a TV as a monitor is never a good idea. Where was I up to? Yeah, internal.h, widgets.cpp, the main, files, the something pack, rectangle pack, the text edit, the true type fonts, the license, please put that in. Don't. If I give this out to you, it's got the license there. Read it. Permission is hereby granted free of charge. There you go. You can do whatever you like with it, without restriction, including without limitation the rights to use the copy, modify, merge. I'm not going to do that to them. And I've got the main example for a CPP file as well, and that's what I'm after. So I'll do that. I will do that. Can I have a main example for a CPP file? Thank you. And you will see, actually I'll show you this in full, because it's rather good. And you will see that it's fully notated. Maybe not in my style, but it's got everything in it. How it's all done, how to load the fonts and stuff. Main loop, how to do a main loop, you know, if your window should close, which is one I use, but in this case I've just messed it up a little bit. I'm going to take that variable out. I don't like it. Clean up. Very important to clean up. So that's their example. Doesn't matter if there's a red squiggly in it. I don't care. 'Cause it's not mine. But we do have dear I'm GUI. How do we use it? No idea. Got it here now, so I should be able to find out. Development. Yeah, we'll have that on this side, please. It's going to keep opening that no matter what I do. Okay. Alright, so that's our development. Here we go. Getting it all sorted. Let's get the screen up. I'm GUI. What do you need, matey? What do you need? It needs I'm GUI.h, glfw.h, OpenGL3.h, and I've already got stdio.h. Yeah, we'll be alright with those. Let's see if we've got them. Go back to the top. I should really put this in a separate part, shouldn't I? No, don't. So here, I've got hash include, and it's going to be dear I'm GUI, and what do you want first? I'm GUI.h. That's that one. Hash include dear I'm GUI with impel glfwh. That's that one. Hash include dear I'm GUI, and that's the OpenGL3.h. Nice, looking good. And you only said you wanted stdio after that, and I've got that at the top. Now, what do I do? Here I'll put module 1. I don't know what these files do because I've not looked at them. So I'll just say where they are. Simple as that. There we go. So I just added there includes hash define. I think I already have. And it will be, if I do have it, it will be module 9 VS Code. Make sure it's on the left side, please. Launch. Nope. Properties. tasks. No. Huh? Module 1, where have you put it? You haven't, because it's in your dot profile, and that's why that's coming up. I understand now, you see? Ah, dear. It's in my dot profile here. There, in my hash defines. Where can I put hash defines otherwise? Should be able to put them in here. Oh, I can't remember offhand, I'll sort that out after, but that's the development system that's the problem there. Now I know why that's doing it, I can actually fix it now. So, under development, namespace module, I'm not going to use. Right, I'm going to leave it out of that because it isn't part of the module system. Sorry, model system. Is it module or model? Keep saying a word and not reading it. It's model. As in OBJ model. Right, okay. Dumb. I am so dumb at times. See shaders. I should really have my main standing out better. That'll do it. Big gaps usually get my attention. Okay, as said, I'm GUI. What do I need to do? I don't need to do the define. I've got that in development.pro, haven't I? Yes, I have. It's there. So we have the define. Good. That's the first thing. So I'm using that one there. Include glfw3. We do that anyway. I hope. Yep, we've got it all there. So yeah, it's all in the profile. MSV. I don't want an MSC version, thank you. You've got a GLFW callback, a main. Don't want the GLFW callback error, not really. Setup window. There we go. How to set up a GLFW window. A different way of doing it than what I did. Hello. What you after? What you after, love? Okay. Let's have a look through here. This is setup. Ah, here we go. Now, where does that go? That goes after window. Which means I can't do it there. Sorry?
Do you need this?
No, love, you can take that. Thanks. And create a window. Luckily we've got one here, so we have to do it after that. So we do have this area. We'll take this area. We'll start here. And we'll call it 1, 2, 3, 4. Sorry, is it? It's dear. IMGUI. And it is IMGUI underscore. Thank you. Check version. Oh, you would have done that, wouldn't you? Check version's that one. And it seems to do that, so I'll do that. What's it do? Oh, it's a structure of functions. I see what they've done. That's clever. So the bottom part is what it expands out to, which is debug, check, version, and data layout. Yeah. Okay. Thank you for that. That's a nice way of doing things. Okay. Let's do the next part then. I'm GUI underscore, no, colon, and that's create. Create context, please. That's the context for the screen that we've just done. It'll be part of that. I'm GUI IO. IO equals void IO. IO config flags. Enable keyboard, enable gamepad. I see. Right, okay. So that enables the keyboard or the gamepad for interacting with the windows it makes. Okay. And those are odd. So I'm guessing they go in here. Do they? No. Or, right, equals. Right, okay, yeah. Yeah. Okay, I know how to do that now. I'm not too bothered about keyboard and stuff at the moment. So I'm going to copy that line over, although I'm not overly certain what it's doing, but I'll have to research it now, won't I? Set up the style. Dark, please. Okay, what size screen have I got? A 900 by 500. Okay. There we go. We'll add that to that. Lovely. Now what's this? Setup platform rendering bindings. Okay. Fine. It'll take its style, by the way, from whatever you're using on whatever your operating system uses. The dark part just means it probably reverses the colours or something. I don't know really, but something like that will probably happen. So let's pop you in. Let's pop that line in. Do it properly. Okay, set render bindings. Done that. Window and GLSL version. Where do I get that from? That's a const jar star GLSL version. Isn't that just 330 then? Or 450 in my case. Okay, we need to find that. Which I'll have missed somewhere up here. Alright. It's just a const star jar. And it's 330 please, not 130. sure that's what I put my I always use 330 in my shaders because 330 is the base original OpenGL, modern OpenGL should I say. I don't understand what they're doing with their minors and majors there. Actually, GLFW Windows hint 3.0, yeah that's right. Just wondering, should I be doing this within the window? Init for OpenGL window. What did we call our window? Window. So what's wrong with our window compared to theirs? That's the star window for GLFW, and ours isn't. Ours is a class called Window 3D. Darn it. Can I not inherit and get away with it? Make current context, initialize OpenGL loader. He's not looking good with that. That's a GLFW window. I need the GLFW window. Where is it? It's start m underscore window. Get mouse position. Get GLFW window. Thank you. We got it. So that becomes window dot get GLFW window. Like that. Why is it still got a marker there? Expected a member name. What? No you don't. Thank you. True. It was just confused. Okay, so that's that bit done. GLS version's now done. Load fonts, no thanks. Show demo window, show another window. I'm vec4 clear colour. Any hints? Anyone watching the wants to give me any hints now? Converting stuff that I've never done before. Go on, I'll take that on board. I'll copy you over. Because we can. I mean, that's literally all I'm doing is because we can. It's giving it a 455560, which is low red to blue upper. Purple. Right, main loop. Main loop, here we are. While is running, yeah. GLFW polyvents, that's one of these that we do. Start the I'm GUI stuff. Where are you clearing the screen? Right, it's clear screen and then start the bloody bloody blah. New frame, new frame, new frame. You need all three of those. Okay. Seems a bit much. Hey ho. Pop you in there. Alright, so it's just show windows. Okay. Not sure yet. Rendering. This is all stuff that I do not give to this part of the program. So you're a statement and you're a render. So you render and then you do what? You seem to be doing this the wrong way around. Get draw data. Okay. Okay. So the I'm GUI. I think really we could integrate this into the window system. Because it is so simple. I mean, I'm not really doing much to make a window here. Well, a box within a window, I guess. I'll take you. Do you actually have a start? Yeah, I'm GUI begin and end. Oh, I know how this works. Oh God, I've just realised what I'm looking at. Yes, we can use this. Okay, well done, people. Whoever wrote this was not too bad. Update the application. No, this is the do stuff thing, isn't it? Really? So I would put it probably somewhere like in here. Like there. And these lines all should be tabbed over for begin and end. That's how I would normally do those. The begin and end functions. Yeah, and the rendering. Update the application. So I can't update the window, which is your swap buffers, until that's done. So it is we do it here. I'm GUI. Is it render? Yeah. Do you need anything specific? No, you're just going to take all the GUI stuff and render it. Okay, because of the begins and ends. You've stored it, you good boy. Thank you. Width and height for changes. Context current. We've got get frame buffer size. Got viewport GERT. Clear color. Got clear color. GL color buffer bit. Got so I think GL clear color buffer bit, that one's got me. Why did they put it right at the end? Why clear it at the end? I clear it at the start. I understand the mentality behind it, but not the reasoning for it. Because that only affects the back buffer, not the front buffer. So what you see on the screen isn't affected, only the back buffer is affected. So I do it first and then fill the back buffer, rather than fill the back buffer and then clear it. Not sure. I'm GUI. No, it's underscore. Imp. Impl OpenGL 3. Render draw data. You. What do you do? Nothing. Okay. Don't like files like that. Because it does need something. It's telling me here that it needs this. It's not telling me anything on my system. Would that work? First thing I've got to do out of this is take that if statement out. Right, let's make this make sense. A window. What in the heck? I know what I've done wrong here. I've gone for the third option instead of the first. I don't want to do a demo one. Show a simple... Okay, I agree with that. Because that's got a proper begin text. Yeah. Okay. I'll do number 2 instead. Copy that. It looks better than this. This looks a bit awkward because it's got statements in there that I don't want. There we go. Will it clash with me box? Let's run a build task on number 9, please, Bob. Ollocks. 692. Still got that show another demo. Show another window on it. Oh, God. You horrible people. 692, 693. It will storing our window open close state. Oh, got ya. It's a checkbox. Okay, I don't want the checkboxes. Fair enough. Edit. Toggle line comment. I don't want them. You just get rid of the squigglies now. Thanks. Try again. Can't see anything else. I've got a clear colour there that I don't like, but hey ho, I'm sure that we've got it sorted. Run build task. Oh my god. It said problems too. Try again. development. Well, I know that. Why do you want to open the source file glgl3w.h? Shush, don't tell anybody. Just change it. Don't care. I'm using glue. Yep. Any more? GL3Ws. If your system uses GL3Ws, you're probably happy. Okay. Okay. I'll go with that. Oh, I think I'll go with it. Oh. That's better. I'm just interested to see what he does. Alright. Okay. I don't know if you can see this, but we do actually have this little window here. Which has sliders. It's on a clear screen, by the way, if you notice. Nothing else behind here will now work. But it says at the bottom here, my frame rate. Application average 16 milliseconds per frame. At 60 frames per second. That's not correct, is it? Why is that? You may ask. It's because I set something a long time ago, and I'm just going to test it now. I want to see if this will work, or whether Linux will intervene and do the correct thing. It shouldn't, but it might. Why have I got two files? Oh, right, okay. I've got a modified file up here. Okay, fair enough. I'm just about to modify display. Now, I haven't split this one down and made it legible, but let's see if I can find something silly in here. Error logs, mouse X, Y, private, init. Here we go. Here we go. Change the GLFW swap interval to 0, which means GLFW, you are free off the leash. Go for it, dude. You have my graphics card. It's all yours. Do what you want with it. And that means now I want a terminal to run build task. Task 1, please. Because it's changed. And then we can go back to here. And see what happens with our changed window. Oh, silly me. I left our other window down here. We are still at 60 frames per second at 16. Well done, Linux. That is the correct answer. All of this text, by the way, can be arranged in better ideas. It's got a colour picker. Terminal will be whatever. I think it's filtering these colours, isn't it? Where's amber? There's amber. Ish. No, a bit more orange than that. About there. Okay. So that's your clear colour. Don't know how you make it your clear colour, but hey ho. Button. A counter to count how many times you push the button. Red, green, blue. Yeah. That should actually do the background properly. but I'm not setting it up. I can't be bothered to program it. That's it. That's all we need. That's the hello world. I'm GUI. Isn't that ace? It also goes over the top of your object. Put this back up in the left hand corner where it should be. About there-ish. Okay, I'm more than happy with that. Where's the colour on that? We chose the background colour, didn't we? Colour edit, clear colour, and clear colour. So it's not updating its own background, so there's something missing here. That swaps the video buffers. That's why you got swap buffers coming in. Just wondering if that's supposed to go after window update. So that's another thing I've got to check. The ordering of those two lines. That's in the right place, but I would have thought it goes more towards the end, but hey, after everything else. No, that goes before the swapping. It has to go before window update. That line is before. I think that line should be after. I will look that up. And I'm putting my window back to 1, please. Actually, it's better to do it from here. Discard changes. Thank you. Keep that one. And this is do this one first. Nine, please. Okay. So we've done rather well there. We've explored a bit more than I expected. There's a lot of things in there for you to think about and take away with you and see if you want to use anything in it. That was rather good, actually. I'm GUI hello world window. Because I've got to destroy it from a window into a nothingness. But I will do that. I will find out how to do that. So that's thinking club hash 1. Clickety click on there. Clickety click on there. And we've got one in here. So it's thinking club hash 1. And that's just header file updates. Ding. Pop that one off. I know it's not my file, but if it's got red squigglies and it's complaining, I'll switch them off. I don't mind. Whoops, that one. So it's looking good. Looking good. I need to now look into different ways of being able to integrate all of this lot into Amber SL. Not sure I need Dev1 anymore. Bye. Okay. No, that's where I am. That's where I'm not. Thank you. Looking very good. Drinky time. So, it's a different style of, I suppose, programming where I'm now experimenting with what I would like and the kind of ideas I'd like to incorporate into Amber Skies. Some of the ideas are coming together, which is good. All I need now is to do all of this text, all of this control stuff. Hours and hours of notes, which is worth doing because it'll tell me how to integrate it properly. Because I'll have to do all the notes on the integration as well. So I think we should start now rather than later on after we've got a complete mess. I think we should start now, noting it up and making it all clear about our intentions. So how many lines did I take up in the end? Was it 1,000? Nope, but it is going to be soon. Because we're going back to main. Printf, already done. Printf, already done. That's a thingy. And that means that goes there. That goes there. It instantly becomes readable. I know, silly, isn't it? There we go. There's an extra space we don't need. All I'm doing is making it all readable. I mean, that's the objective, really, isn't it, at the end of the day? Make it all readable and then I can note it. Can't really note it if I can't read it. It's also what to do about all these globals. I'm going to keep them for now. I think text file and colour, the global colour system and the global text file system might drop it and do it properly. Because that could cause inadvertent collisions of globals, because they're quite generic names. It isn't global shader text file or whatever, is it? What are we using it for anyway? OBJ data. So really that should be OBJ data text file. Yeah. Especially if it's global. It should be a really long name. Something you can't mess up. Okay, what do we got here? Oh, nice. I've done quite well here. Done very well. Been quite clean about things. That's amazing. Yeah, that's an equation. Oh, static casts. And I can't do them in reverse. I'm static casting into an unsigned int because it's a pushback. And we're getting the elements from somewhere else, aren't we? Yeah. So that's the X, Y, Z, W. I don't think there really is going to be a nice way of doing those. But then again, I've just spotted something. If you pop that there, and you bring that back, put that in, and you pop that there, then actually it works. That's what it looks like. That's the difference in looks. Right. is a C++ instruction. Meaning compiler, I mean to do this. Model gface element count. Okay. I mean, that's a straight instruction as well. That's a value. So it's an unsigned int, as you can see. But it's the index vertex number. And we're pushing back an index, or the first part of the index, for the positions array. And we're doing them in sets of 4. So 4 at a time, the X, Y, Z, W's. Okay. I think I would just put that space there, because that is literally a C++ command. And that is such a long one. But you can see how it splits down now. That tab's in. That stays there. That goes there. Is that correct? Yes, I do want a space there though. Can't have a space for the arrow. Right, okay. That'll work for me. It's a bit of a crazy instruction because we are using vertex, which is a vector. We are using face elements, which is a vector, and that vector holds the bit we want, which is the index to the vertex data. Because the index could be anything. Which piece of vertex data we put in there is up to this. And that's how we swap all the vertex data around into the triangles that we need to process. This does it for us. It swaps everything around. As it says, it converts data to OpenGL format. It's got to convert the data from the .obj format. And the OBJ has been read in to all of these G's, and now we're using these globals to extract the correct piece of information for the correct position. Darn clever, you know. Darn clever. And it works, as you've seen. We just ran it, didn't we? So yeah, I'm game for a laugh with this lot. I'll go with it. Because I'm going to have to try and put this into English. That's the difficult part which I was on about. Putting it into English. You are jump there. You can have a space. Yeah, this does look better. I do like it like that. I'm going to be able to write that up a lot easier now that you can see what the results are. Position array mx, position array my, mz. It's obvious, it's just how to explain this bit in the middle. Could be interesting. Could be very interesting. Just have a bracket there, please. What am I doing? Just go the other way, Chris. Come on. We can do it. Didn't put me space in. Bada bada boom, bada boom, bada boom, bada boom. It's funny, I always always do that. I forget to bring it back to close the block. And it's the same with colours, isn't it? Ooh. There. This is a simpler one, is it? I will put the space in. No, it's just the same complexity, but it just looks simpler. I don't know why. How weird. Beats the heck out of me. And this is actually what I can spend hours doing if I type everything in stupidly in the first place, which I won't be doing in future, obviously. But I have been doing just for speed and making videos. And in my mind, it's counterproductive now. Mainly because we've got to the stage where it matters. It matters that we know what we're doing. And that might sound strange and silly, but it matters that we have all the fundamental notes in our programming language properly displayed. Why is it displaying that? Get out of it. I don't know. Yeah, so, I mean, you could spend a long time doing this. I mean, how long have we been on now? Coming up to the 2-hour mark, so it hasn't been that bad, but as you can see, I've got a long night ahead of me. Because tomorrow I want to carry on, obviously. And I haven't a clue how I'm going to approach tomorrow. I knew roughly how I was going to start today. I didn't know where it was going to go to. But I didn't expect this much, you know, done. Because I know I'm doing it properly, so I wasn't... Get out of that. I wasn't expecting to do this much. And it's caused a lot of work, as you can see. So, if you do want a copy of this code, wait till I've done all of this, will you? I'll do it all for you. I don't mind. This is what I love doing. This is my joy. This is what I wanted to do with my life when I was a youngster. I'm now doing it. So, I don't really want to sit here just rambling on about stories. If there is any chats that you want, you got about 1 minute left of this stream if you want to stop me from clicking the off button. But I would like to close down now and just patiently go through this code and start splitting it all down. I'm quite happy to do so. If you do want a copy of the code, let me know. My emails are on everything, all of the videos. I don't actually put my email on these, do I? I'll have to start putting my email on these streams, I think. I'll put it in here. Say something, it says. Okay. DAOC. It's DAOC Amberskies at googlemail.com. Not Gmail. googlemail.com. As you can see, it comes up with a red line. DAOC Amberskies is all one word, and it's at googlemail.com. That's my address. Drop me a note. Just say hi. I don't mind. Become a patron. It's $1. $1. Yeah, a month. You get Discord. You get to chat with me all day whilst I'm quite happily and merrily typing away spaces on a bunch of code that needs it. So I will catch you later. Hey, everybody, catch you tomorrow. Take care. Have fun.